Finally got back to working on this. It's a 21-inch Sportster front rim. I had to have all these bushings machined because this axle's smaller than the stock Harley axle. Got that all done. Eliminated the rotor on this side. Just have the one on the other side. Had to modify the fender. I actually had to split it and open it up, and some of this still needs to be straightened up. That'll be a little bit of body work and stuff. There's a little crack right here, a little bit of fiberglass. I just threw some paint on there, but I got to hand sand and clean up, make it a little bit more smoother of a curve. Had to make the caliper bracket to extend it out for the caliper and for the bigger rotor. Made the little ape handlebars. Still got a bunch of work to them. I just wanted to get everything mocked up so I could, once I tear it apart, finish doing the grinding and a little bit of filler and get it in primer. Everything's going to get painted, including the headlight. That's just chrome plastic. I'm going to probably black out the whole thing with some charcoal colored accents. Got full-size bags. I took a sissy bar or a rear luggage rack bar and split it and used it to support the bags from underneath. The bags are removable. They're Velcroed on in order to, because I do plan on doing all the body work in this area and this, filling it in. It's gonna just be smooth across. I'm not gonna put all the hardware and stuff back on there. It's just Velcroed. It was a complete pain to match up the holes and get these. We got all the rubber grommets and new stainless washers and self-locking nuts. And I'm gonna clean it and take it to a bike night. Had to rake out the neck. It's not done. There's more grinding and maybe some more spot welding. I'll probably fill this in a little bit better once I tear it apart and get to, it's welded good now, but it's, I just soon re-weld that, fill that in a little bit just to make it stronger. You can see how I did these bars. What a pain in the ass. They're super beefy and strong. You can see the penetration in the weld, how hot I got it. And I was off on them the first time, so I had to cut and redo them again. Tons of grinding. Got these pork chop mirrors. Had to drill this and grind the bottom in order to get the nut to go flush, because these are bigger holes that are threaded. Got a stock stamped Harley fender, welded it all into the frame, welded in the sissy bar, so it's all structural. So if, you know, like at the end of the movie of Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, he's getting ready to get out on the highway and the chick's standing there with her thumb out to hitchhike, and she walks over and sits on the rear fender and wraps her legs around her. So I made it strong enough. It's just to ride around camping or take it into some bike night. Trying to get all the stuff done to where I can blow it apart and get into painting it. I got to redo the seat. It's just the prototype. I'd like to actually make the seat where it gets narrower right here and lines up with the tank better, and then it comes back to where there's something just on the top, and it's all done out of blue jean, where I'd have to have a seam, you know, some sewing lady sew it up once I get the base, you know, the bottom part all made. Put in a stereo system. It's all Makita, and what a pain in the ass. Got the antenna mounted, bags Velcroed. It's all mounted. I got a long enough wire for the antenna. There's the battery. Got that all mounted in there. It's keeping the power on it, so all the radio stations is Bluetooth. Had to completely modify it. Used to have dual exhaust. You can see the other bracket, you know, that'll get it ground a little bit more, and welded on the bottom side, and just a teeny bit of body work. And I had to remove all the brackets for the exhaust and cut it and jump it out. It's all cut here, 4 different places in order to get it to come out like that. Other than the neck and making all the bushings, having them machined and splitting the fender and putting on some stock Harley bags. I like that it's, you know, it's kind of out of proportion, which is, you know, the look that I like. A little bit, I don't know, exaggerated or cartoony or something. But it should look pretty cool when it's all painted up. I built one before this one that I painted Ferrari red. I wound up selling it and spending the money on a car. But probably going to take it out and throw it in the trailer and run it to a bike night and next Thursday. And I got some more stuff to do. This one here was busted long before I ever bought it. And this one here is still in good shape. I'm gonna cut them back to right about here to where they're nothing more than a two finger pull, where it's just gonna be a 2-finger pull. I just got done bleeding the brakes. And so I'm gonna cut this off and put a little rubber nub on the end. Everything's gonna get painted. The master cylinder, handlebars, everything. I got a bike that I like the paint job on. The rims are all going to get painted, and including the spokes. The motor's going to get painted, so it probably won't be done until next spring. But at least it's, you know, I can take it up and down the street and enjoy it a little bit before I got some things to finish up. I'm going to extend the foot pegs out. I got some aftermarket little foot boards. And so I got to extend that out, and cut them off, make the extension plates and in order to put the footboards on. Footboards have a little LED light in them. I already bought the kit. I am going to put some little string light underneath it. Adhesive, runs off of a 9-volt battery. And I've already tested it on the bench, and it stays lit for probably a good 4 hours for the 9-volt battery. And it's just a toy. Something fun. Breaks up working on these race cars. The lights aren't going to be functional. They're going to light up. I'm putting in a little toggle switch, and they will be hooked to the battery to where I'll just flip a toggle switch if I go to leave in the dark to run it back to the trailer or to ride around a campsite. I got a little hole right here. I'm going to throw in a toggle switch just so I can flip on. The front headlight's already all wired in, and for a little bit of parking lot riding. Alrighty.